Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am ex-captain Lingala Pandu Ranga Reddy. I am from a small village, Nirumala, of Jangam Taluk, district Warangal. I have been a student of Andhra Bhasha Vivardhani ABV school, and I have passed my HSC from that school. After that, my college education has come from Hyderabad. Later on, I joined Indian Military Academy. There, I was trained and I was commissioned into 11 Gurkha Rifles, which was one of the premier regiments of Indian Army. This is the same regiment which fought so many battles, including Second Battle of Afghanistan, where India defeated Afghanistan and brought the famous doors of that temple which Muhammad Gaur took from India, that is sack of Somnath. Somnath temple, we have brought it, my regiment, and we are proud of it. It goes in the annals of history. At the same time, we have the equal authority also. Brigadier is not General Dyer. Brigadier Dyer belonged to our regiment. And this regiment fought ferociously, and same regiment was used to crush Jallianwala incident. It was the 11 Gurkha Rifles which participated the platoon in that many were killed. But as a soldier, we don't feel anything sorry for it, because we have done our duty. And still we write Jallianwala Bagh incident is one of the premier incident so far as regimental history is concerned. And in that regiment I have been commissioned into it. The same regiment, 11 Gurkha Rifles, which participated in battle of, it's not battle, or battle skirmish, or what I will say, the police action, and my battalion, which entered into Hyderabad, particularly the police action, that 18th September 1948, the battalion which entered into Hyderabad under Major General Chaudhary, it was again 11 Gurkha Rifles. And this, it may be a coincidence in the history, but one of the greatest coincidences in history happens to be when Telangana station was there in 1969. My battalion, which I belonged to 2nd 11 Gurkha Rifles, I was there, and 4 companies were stationed here. It was exactly, to be specific, that is on 23rd, Government of Hyderabad sought the aid to civil power, and my battalion was scheduled to go. Immediately, my commanding officer, of course, no more, Lieutenant Colonel Ajmer Singh, he called me. There are 4 company commanders. I am being the youngest. It is a tradition in the army. Always first choice is being given to the youngest officer. I was the youngest officer at that time. Then he asked me which place to go, because one to be placed in Hyderabad, one to be in Secunderabad, and one to Karimnagar, another to Warangal. I am being from a Warangal man. I say that, sir, I will go to Warangal. Go ahead, he said. And he said, within 6 hours you will have to move. And he was not much sure and all. He said some student hesitation is going on, and some sort of violence might have taken, and please do it. But at the same time, what he said, you are a young man, don't trust civilian officers, including police. In panicky, they will ask you to open fire. And being a soldier, that too, Gurkha Rifles, we don't fire in air. Our aim always is shoot to kill. 1 bullet means 1 dead body. That being the what we have been trained, and for God's sake, heaven's sake, don't trust them. And if whenever when they say, take an officer in writing, keep in your pocket, except your own discretion. Then if you want to open fire, open, but don't trust on them. Don't believe, including district collector and district superintendent of police. Right, sir, Roger, I said. Because same thing will happen. What happened when I baptized in the Indian Army? Immediately after my commission, I was in Calcutta. My service was 3 days only, just 3 days. That great Calcutta movement was going on, communism and all. Army was called in, Padmanabh Naidu was governor. My battalion, as a young officer, they asked me to lead the vanguard. I was in the leading jeep. With 3 days service, and one pip on my shoulder. In army we don't call stars on shoulder. It's the wrong expression. There is always pip, P-I-P, pip on your shoulders. It's one pip and all this thing and all. My commanding officer at that time, no less person than Maharaj of Jaipur, he was there. He should have come there. As a lieutenant colonel, he was just coming there. One individual just locked a small pataka, his particular Gurkha had it flown up. He got wild. Immediately he sent a message to all, shoot 3 rounds, fire. We have always, not like police, we have what known as marksman. That means the best shot is known as marksman. He asked for 3 rounds to fire, but I gave 4 rounds. I took out to my pouch, I gave the 2 rounds. I gave the order, shoot to kill. But I directed, is a telescopic rifles, not who comes in the front, but those who give the slogans behind in the jeeps, you kill them. 4 rounds, 4 dead bodies, 1 MLA was there. After that, whole movement of communism movement was dead. In fact, we were appreciated by it. Just 4 rounds. Shoot to kill. We don't fire. And bullet went in and all. I don't feel sorry for it. Because I've been ordered, I did it. Same way, in 1969 when it happened, when I got the orders and all, when I went there. At the time, Superintendent of Police was Mr. Ravi, late Ravi, and Doraswamy was the district collector. When he saw me, you are too young for this operation, quite a few civilians will be there. Then, do you have any senior officer? I said, no, I am the company commander. Then he could not do anything. History is something different. What happened and all. Nowadays people talk so many, I am there. Then let me tell you, Jaishankar was nowhere in Warangal during 40 days I was there. I was the company commander. And people say Siddhanta Karta, all these things. People might take me wrong, but I was an army officer, I was there. He might have done anywhere, but I never heard his name when I was in Warangal. The 40 days he was nowhere. You show me the single evidence, the newspaper, any contemporary newspaper, whether in English or Telugu or Hindi, his name. That is history. But we haven't opened fire. 45 days there, I shown the military might. Every day with pride, with Gurkhas and people with real show of or weapons or figures, Gurkhas with a hat and all. We could and all. And one day they were shouting at me. Of course they couldn't find out whether I am a Telugu man and all, with the Gurkha rig and other things. When I went to and spoke to him, Telugu, they were aghast, particularly arts college students. Then I said that I am from this district. So long as the army is there, don't do any funny things. We are not police. You do anything, if you want to burn it, I don't mind. I am also Telangana man, but don't do before us. This is the agreement we came. They did not do anything. That's why it will go in the annals of Telangana history. When army was taken in Karimnagar as well as Hyderabad, even and all, army did not fire. But what fire took place in June and other things and all, it was not done by army, it was police and other things. That is one important thing that history people they should write, they know. That will happen to be exactly 69. But let us, I am not only a military paratrooper commando. In 1965 war, I was injured, grievously injured. I was declared dead. In fact, a condolence meeting was held at Jangam also. That being the done, I am a war veteran. But I am also a prolific reader. After coming from army, I did my MA. Of course, it's bad on my part to say I am a gold medalist. Anyway, then I started coaching. I was the first fellow, whole of Andhra Pradesh, to start IAS coaching. Before that, Usmania University, Venkateshwar, Andhra, there were nowhere professors to talk about IAS. Those are the stages. And my students happen to be now, some of them are retired chief secretaries, director general of police and other things and all. Particularly my optional being history. Of course, we used to teach Indian history, British history, European history, and including Indian constitution. Then in that history, that's why I have not paid any adequate attention for research and all, because teaching history for IAS is different and university teaching is entirely different. That's why even if you get 80 to 90% university marks history, if you write IAS history, you may not get 20%, because their approach of history entirely is different. But our approach is entirely different. University degrees are different, civil services examinations are different. It's not like MSET. This question is out of syllabus, is in syllabus and all. No. Anyway, that is history. If any comes and all, how the civil service preparation is different from that of university, we can tell you later on. But so far as Telangana education was concerned, at the time, let me honest tell you, paper, particularly media, both electronic and print media, was not in favor of it. At that time, no print media at all. Electronic media, print media was not there. And half-baked information, half this thing. Out of ignorance, I don't say that out of ignorance, they blame certain people. I can assure you, gentlemen, greatest culprit for all these things happen to be Government of India, including their police action. Figment of lies, Government of India tells. When army was sent in 1948 September, they called it the police action, despite the fact that army was sent and Air Force was used. When do you use Air Force? Against a different country. Whether you like it or not, for all intents and purposes, Hyderabad was a different country till 26 January 1950. Fighter planes were used. No country worth its name will use fighter planes against its own people, but it was used against Hyderabad. It is called a police action. Why it is called a police action? As simple as that. Before a few months ago, American President Truman, it has sent the troops to Korea. Then he said, appeal to the China and Russia, I am sending army against the communists. They will restore peace and tranquility. Russia and China should not interfere. It will be a police action. Same analogy Government of India took. He said, we are sending army against the Razakars and communists in aid of Nizam. That's why Nizam was made to continue rule as ruler of Hyderabad, not Raj Pramukh. Early in the morning, General Chaudhary used to go to the King Koti, take his Iswandar, what a signature and all. It is only on 26 January 1950. But all Telugu books, all the so-called your APPSC books, all these cigarettes and all, totally wrong. Hyderabad made it on 17 September, Nizam rule came to an end. Figment of lies. Totally wrong, incorrect. Even Government of India wrote me a letter in RTA Act when I said that and all. Even Operation Polo, even that, in that very clearly said it was on 26 January 1950. Why this wrong history to talk about? And Nizam, if filed case, Hyderabad separate country, then appeal to the Security Council. Ladies and gentlemen, you should understand this and all. Of the 11 members, 8 members supported Hudur, Nizam, Mir Usman Ali Khan. 8 members. 1 member absent, 2 members including Soviet Russia absent. Not even a single country supported India. Government of India literally shook in its trousers. They have admitted the case. The case was pending as late as 89. It was attracting international opprobrium. That is there. Even 1969, Indira Gandhi was about to give Telangana. It was P.N. Haskar and another aide. They clearly said the case was pending, don't touch. As well as the case is pending, Hyderabad is there. Hyderabad will be the Nizam will be there again. For that reason, Telangana was forcefully merged against all the canons of democracy. Telangana was most with what Andhra. Linguistic state is a figment of lies. Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh, when people say that first linguistic state, bogus. If at all linguistic state, first linguistic state, it was Bihar, followed by Orissa, third one is Andhra Pradesh. What nonsense is this? The third class books to people write. Modati what Bhasha Prayukta Rashtam. What is the ignorance? And if the linguistic state, Telugu this and all, why Tirupati was merged with Andhra? The population of Tirupati was 80% Tamilians. Even if you go to Tirupati temple, all the inscriptions on the walls you will find in Tamil language. Even till today, that kitchen is known as Potu, Srivari Potu. In SRC very clearly said, states were not organized a linguistic state, and we are not following that principle at all. Kolhar, Telugu domination people, still Kolhar was not given. Vijayanagara, they said Telugu capital, Hampi, Hastanavati in Ballari. If head is in Karnataka, how can you say that Andhra Pradesh is a linguistic state? Why is this all sort of nonsense? For political reasons, particularly international opprobrium, Government of India forcefully made with against the recommendations of first SRC with Andhra, and for public consumption, for people consumption, they said linguistic state, Bhasha Prayukta Rashtra. And most of the Telugu people, Bastar, Gistar and everything was there in other states. And plethora of nonsense you will find in Andhra Pradesh history. And unfortunately, Telugu paper, Telugu newspaper, Telugu writers, these are all these things they write. If the time has come, to set the history. But I expected after formation of Andhra Pradesh, history being written, but history has been worse, much worse. Concocted tales, bulls and tales they write. For example, you talk about Shatavahanas. Because Kondapurlo oka chinna shastram dorikindi, coin dorikindi, that's the first capital of Shatavahanas with this and all, what nonsense. If you write same thing in IAS, you will get 0 marks. Whether you like it or not, Shatavahanas, Maharashtrians. They are not Telugu people at all. They are all their inscriptions, you find Nasik and Nanagat inscriptions who are there in Maharashtra. Their first capital is Paithan. And they talk about the Telugu language as Paishachika language. Even your 13th rock inscription of Ashoka, what he said? Andhra region. Andaka. Andaka means blind. Chikati. Because there is no iron was there. This forest was there. It was not cleared. Andaka. Andhrudu ante jantulanu vetadi tinevadu Andhrudu. Kiratakudu. Hunter. You must be surprised with and all. Kindly see C.P. Brown, Telugu Dictionary, page number 17, line 8. Andhrudu ante jantulanu vetadi kiratavadu. It's not a very big word. Shatavahanas. What is Telugu people don't have history at all for your kind information. Your Eastern Chalukyas. Who are the Eastern Chalukyas? Pulakeshin II, who conquered Vengi region, appointed younger brother Kubja Vishnuvardhana. After the death of Pulakeshin II, he declared independence. Kannadigas settled in Andhra region. True, they might have patronized Telugu language and literature, none I might have lived. But whether you like it or not, later on they were defeated and they came under the influence of Cholas. What you call your so-called Andhra culture is nothing but glorified your Tamil culture. Rasam, Sambar, Idli, Vada, all these things. The so-called Tamil culture is Andhra culture. Your Vijayanagara, whether you like it or not, the Kannadiga Empire, they ruled such a Rayalaseema and Andhra area. Was Srinath a great poet? When he was made to this and all, what he said? Simple thing. Talli Kannada Raja Lakshmi, Dayaleda Nenu Srinath. He never said Telugu Raja Lakshmi and Andhra Lakshmi. What is this civilization? Why can't our historians write true perspective history? When my boys will go for interview, when they speak this type in the interview, your particular interview board, they are thrilled when they ask. Same thing and all. And at that time, why I am talking about all these things and all, Ranga Reddy sold this one and all. But I blame Ranga Reddy on this thing. He too was not aware of certain things. Had Ranga Reddy known that the case was pending and attracting international opprobrium, he could have made Indira Gandhi to stand and sit. But he was not. But very fond of films. Very fond of seeing what has done. That ruined his career also and bad name also. As a historian I am talking about. But he never sold Telangana issue. Indira Gandhi came to know that case was ending when Haskar and others, they say that bearing that anything you ask. Government of India never puts blame on them on somebody, and people say Ranga Reddy sold. How many of them, they know that case is pending? It is my MPhil research. The case of Hyderabad and Security Council, I brought the documents in that you find. Even after 71 elections, not 11 got elected, 10 got elected. It is a micro minority after the popularization of your Indo-Pak War 1971. And poor people can never be fighters. It is nonsense. It's totally incorrect. Russian Revolution, French Revolution, all this came not because of poor people. It's totally wrong. Totally wrong. Historically incorrect. Once poor people, they raised economic leadership. Mark my words. When they rise the middle class, when they become leaders of economic leadership, they demand. That is this thing that they want these things. What now? Legislative powers and political powers, they are each for social acceptance. That led to French Revolution, and so is the case with Russian Revolution. Because Telangana were poor people, including leadership, they surrendered before Indira Gandhi for small this and all. It always happens. Not only weed always goes in every soil, Telangana soil is no exception. That's why don't find fault. It always happens. Now, when it took place, second this one and all, it is the backward classes people. Upper class people might find fault with me, but I don't bother about it. I am a true historian, a soldier historian. Not that what is sitting in just a library and taking from it entirely different. It is the middle class people, backward classes people, they wanted Telangana, not Reddys. Few Reddys might have been there. I don't say they are not there. They knew pretty well in the integrated Andhra Pradesh, if Congress comes, invariably a Rayalaseema Reddy becomes Chief Minister. If TDP comes, always and every time a Kamma becomes. Now BCs, they came of political and economic.
I wish you could have
Yes. Political and economic leadership. Now they want an educationally developed. They want political space. They want economic space. That is a reflection. It's a demand, assertion of suppressed, depressed people. Muslims, 60 years after 60 years, there came what now? Realizance. They rose middle class, educated. Now what is our share? That led to this success. It is not because of one single individual. We should not write Cleopatra's nose of history. Had Cleopatra's nose was not that beautiful, Roman generals would have gone there. No. History never gives importance to one single individual. That historical forces. Whoso identifies historical forces, he would emerge as a great leader. Yes, KCR identified with the historical forces, undercurrents. That's why he emerged as a leader. Whereas Congress people, they did not run with the currents. They have been relegated to limbo of history and wept